Joining us now via satellite from Calgary, Alberta, my first guest is Jacqueline Danforth. She's the CEO of a company called FACT Corporation. The stock symbol is FCTOA. Jacqueline, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure.
Well, Jacqueline, FACT Corporation describes itself as a specialty nutrition services provider to the global baked goods industry. Can you give us a general overview of the company, please?
Sure can. Essentially, FACT is a growth-oriented organization, and we specialize in offering customized bake mix solutions to commercial bakeries. What that means is we've developed expertise in formulations for low or no sugar, high fiber, reduced fat, and calorie-controlled baked goods. All of our formulations are trade secrets. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, please.
Okay, all of our formulations are trade secrets. And we offer these in product formats that include brownies, muffins, cookies, bagels, pretty much anything from a dough or a batter. We've been in business since 2001 offering these customized bake mix solutions to commercial bakeries for various end uses. Right now, our three pillars of growth basically surround: one, expanding our distribution of these commercial bake mixes; two, the launch of our own line of retail mixes for at-home use and ready-to-eat products; and then three, growth by acquisition. So we're actually on the verge right now of a very exciting time at FACT.
Well, of course, now FACT is an acronym for Food and Culinary Technology Group. You're catering to the health-conscious consumer. Tell us about that direction.
Sure. I think Americans are certainly no stranger to the staggering statistics as relates to obesity, diabetes, and gastrointestinal health. In fact, I think if you combined these three areas, you would see that probably 3/4 of the population are impacted in some way by these problems. At FACT, since day one, our goal has been to apply the science of culinary technology. So that's the use of specialized FDA-approved GRAS ingredients to develop a line of baked goods that are truly better for you in order to address the growing need of consumers to help them make better choices and hopefully improve their health.
Now, you mentioned, of course, that primarily you were involved in providing bakery pre-mixes to commercial bakeries, but you've also launched a line of ready-to-eat products. Can you tell us more about that, please?
I sure can. FACT right now is on the verge, as I mentioned, of some very exciting times. Predominantly, our history has involved commercial bakery mixes. Right now, we are on the cusp of a launch for Q1 2010 of our own line of retail bake mixes so that consumers can prepare our products in their own kitchens, and then also a line of ready-to-eat, grab, go, and get healthy snack items. And we expect to see the first iteration of those in the retail grocery channels in the United States and international markets in Q1 of 2010, shortly followed up thereafter by these ready-to-eat snacks in drug and convenience channels.
The company is FACT Corporation. Their stock symbol is FCTOA. If you'd like more information about this company and their line of baked goods, healthy baked goods, please give us a call right now, 888-259-4449, to receive free information in the mail. Now, Jacqueline, as you mentioned, obesity levels, especially in the U.S., are really going out of control. But it seems like more and more people are starting to pay more attention to what they eat, and they're much more health conscious these days.
Yes, you know, I would say we have come to a time where the consumer is more educated than they've ever been. I think the link between diet and health is clear in the mind of the consumer. Certainly the consumer knows that being overweight can lead to a variety of other horrendous health conditions, including diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, heart disease. And so I think the goal here at FACT is to provide the consumer with the tools to improve their lifestyle. And those tools for us come in the form of great tasting baked goods, because of course if they don't taste good, the consumer isn't going to purchase them a second time. And also it allows us an avenue to talk to the consumer in an area where previously they might have been hesitant to continue eating these goods.
Well, you know, it's very interesting. I think somebody who's probably watching us have our conversation right now is saying, well, wait a minute, this company is selling muffins and bagels and brownies. How can that be healthy? Tell us how.
Well, I know it does sound impossible, but in fact, it's really not. Of course, what you get out of a baked good is only as good as what you put into it. And today we have available to us so many ingredients that can really allow us to create a great tasting product with a true platform for health. In fact, you know, it's as simple as reducing or eliminating the simple sugars so that your simple carb count is down, using ingredients that are high in fiber, and then creating a balanced product so that your fat levels are not too high and your calories are controlled. And in just following those simple tenets, we can offer a product that's really better for you and in a delivery mechanism, a brownie, a muffin, or a cookie, that's sure to be a winner.
I wanted to go back to a moment in our conversation earlier, Jacqueline, where you said that in first quarter of 2010 you'll have your retail premixes out. Do you have any idea what retail outlets or stores those might be available in?
Right. Well, that's information I can't share right now, actually, because we're in the final stages of those contracts. But what I can tell you is that we expect our first line of products in a 1 pound retail mix across 5 or 6 SKUs, which are 5 or 6 different items, so brownies, cookies, muffins, that sort of thing, to be available in the grocery channel, so where you shop for your groceries.
Okay.
After that, our ready-to-eat products are going to be targeted for the mass market, drug, and the convenience channels.
Once again, Fact Corporation, stock symbol FCTOA, and our toll-free number for free information in the mail is 888-259-4449. Now, Jacqueline, let's talk about some CEO business here. A few weeks ago, the company announced that it successfully restructured short-term debt to long-term. That must have really helped the company in its day-to-day operations.
Absolutely. Not only has it allowed us to plan more appropriately for month-to-month and quarter-to-quarter financial needs with certainly a much-reduced current burden of debt, but also it's allowed us to apply new funds coming in for our product launches exclusively to those product launches. So better marketing, better channel support. And then finally, I can't tell you how, for myself individually, how gratifying it is to know that our key creditors, they support our 2010 through 2012 growth strategy, and they're doing that by extending the terms of the financing they provided us in the past. So it's really all around. It's been super.
Well, is the industry segment that you're playing in, is that a crowded segment? And if so, what does the company do to stand out from the crowd?
Actually, in fact, we believe we are operating really in a niche all to ourselves right now. Aside from our commercial baked mixes in the market today, there really are no other products that we feel truly address the consumer's needs in a completely balanced way. I know this probably sounds corny, but we really, in fact, believe we can help the consumer one muffin or one brownie at a time. Because when faced with today's health issues, all we can do really is give consumers the tools they need to make better choices, to live a healthier lifestyle. And in fact, we really, in the segment we're operating in, we are the only company we know of that offers high fiber, reduced sugar, reduced simple carbs, calorie control, and a reduction to fat. And the products taste great. And of course, that's the most important component to all of this, because if they don't taste great, doesn't matter how good it is for you, nobody's going to buy it.
Well, you're absolutely right. And if someone has a choice between a healthy brownie or a healthy muffin versus maybe a raw piece of celery, I guess it makes an easy choice. Jacqueline, why is this a good time right now for people to take a closer look at your company?
Well, I think first and foremost for us at Fact right now, we really feel that we're on the verge of creating an entirely new consumer category, and one that's been virtually untapped to date. We believe we're going to have first-in-market advantage, which should allow us to have some early success and also to secure the sort of market share that allows you to, year over year, continue with that success. I sort of like to take a look at our channel and compare it to what we've seen recently in the gluten-free explosion. Only our products have the opportunity for such a vast increase in overall success because they are an option for so many more consumers than the gluten-free consumer. As well, I think at Fact it's important to note that we've spent a lot of time and energy with consumer research, with focus groups, to ensure that the platform we're standing on is one that will be tried and true. Our methodology has been to identify a market weakness, to ask the consumer what they want, and then to meet or exceed consumer expectations. And we firmly believe we're in a position right now to do that, to do it quickly. And as well, where I sit right now, quite frankly, we're a couple of months away from our national and international product launch. I can't think of a better time to take a look at FACT than today.
The company is FACT Corporation, stock symbols FCTOA. Jacqueline, we are initiating coverage of your company this week. Be watching you very closely over the next 3 or 4 months. I'm looking forward to more updates, especially about your launch in early 2010. Thanks so much for joining us on the program.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.